Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm breaking down the strongest Tier 0 teams in the current meta. I'll cover the core members that you need and the best setup for each team, explain their key strengths and weaknesses, replacement characters so that you know what to do if you are missing certain characters, and briefly walk you through how each team actually plays in combat. So are you ready? Let's get right into it. So the very first team out of all the bunch, okay, it's the Blood Teeth team. And to start using this team, it's very simple actually. You just need 2 characters, okay, that's the minimum requirement to start the team. And that's Narutika and Semiwes. As you know, Narutika is currently one of the best DPS, but she doesn't function well without Semiwes. So make sure you have her with her Euphoria, okay? Those 2 form the core of the team. And the best team for Narutika, okay, or the Blood Teeth team, consists of Narutika, Semiwes, Sentinel, and Rubaska. But of course, you don't have some of them. Don't worry, there are a lot of replacement characters, okay? So characters such as Flutter Page, Millennia Euphoria 1, Eternity Euphoria 1, Kakania Fatu 2, Medicine Pocket E1, and Ezra E1. Okay, they are all good replacements. But as you know, if you start replacing the characters, you'll see some damage drop. Okay, so don't expect to be the perfect team if you start to replacing them. So how is the Blood Teeth team work? Okay, it's very simple. All you do is keep focusing on stacking the Blood Teeth, okay, by sacrificing health or taking damage and healing right back, okay. That's how you increase the Blood Teeth counts. When you reach very high level of the counts, okay, then you unleash Narutika's ultimate, which will deal tremendous damage. Okay. That's how this team works, put in simple terms. And some of the pros for the team is the AI using this team really well, so you can actually auto most of the stages, okay, without any trouble. So yes, that's a plus, okay. So you're feeling lazy sometimes and this team's perfect for you. And on top of that, you have incredible damage, okay, and then as well as great sustain at the same time. One thing I found, okay, really killed this team is the healing reduction, okay. So if you can heal that well, and then the stack doesn't go up, and then on top of that, your health will be super low, and then you get killed really easily. I think that's one thing that hurts this team quite a bit, okay? So just make sure either debuff removal or use other teams if you faces this situation. Okay, let's move on to the next team. And the next team is the Dynamo team. And then the minimum required for this team to work is Orange plus Sharon. I know it's a surprise, okay? You thought Lucy will be the core for the team, although she's really good to have in the team, but she's definitely not the core member. Especially we have Corvus around the corner for the CN server. Right now we're debating Lucy or Corvus. So far we only have Corvus Kid without her number, so right now we can't confirm yet. Just wait for another week and then we'll know for sure. If you didn't pull Lucy yet or you didn't upgrade Lucy, I would say the best thing to do is to wait. So just wait for another week, then you can decide which one you want to pull. But for now, I think the dev wants to do what they done with the impromptu team. So Lucy will be more focused on the AoE damage, while Corvus is more focused on single target damage. But it's not 100% for sure, so just wait, okay? I would say the best thing to do is wait. And the last member to make the best team is the Ezra right now, okay? So what happens if you don't have some of the characters? Of course, again, there's a lot of replacement characters, okay? So Flutter Page, Millennia E1, Kiparina, and Medicine Pocket E1 are all very good options. You don't have to stuck with Ezra or Lucy, but yeah. So how this team work is very simple, okay, in a nutshell. Just reach level 3 pulsing field as fast as you can while saving all the damage card, and then unleash all the damage once you reach level 3. Just bang, you'll see the damage increase tremendously, okay? When I use the team correctly, I feel bad for the monsters seeing how much the number is, okay, oh. So some of the pro for this team is, of course, again, okay, this team is very AI friendly. So you can auto most of the stage, fine, okay. And then this team have a very high burst damage, okay. Within that time frame, yeah, the damage is ridiculous, okay. So another pro is you can be done without Lucy. You just need Witch and Chern, okay. And as for cons, we just mentioned before, okay, there's some downtime and reset time, okay. The damage will drop dramatically, okay. So yeah, just keep in mind that's the con for the team. Okay, next we'll talk about the Assassin Ultimate team. And the number of characters required for it to function, you actually need 3 characters, and a specific 3, okay? Ezreal, Cassandra, and Gatan. Because if you're missing one of them, the damage drops tremendously. For Ezreal, you want to use the hammer weapon, and for Cassandra, you want to use the 203 skill setup, and then Gatan just to spam ultimate. So Ezreal can ult every other turn, okay? But must follow a set rotation. To complete a team, okay, the last one is Medicine Pocket. But if you don't have some of the characters here, of course, you can always replace them with Millennia, Modir, Isabeth, Rubaska, Kiparina, or Vila. But just keep in mind, okay, try not to replace Ezreal, Cassandra, or Gatan if possible. So how this team works is very simple. Just revolves around spamming ultimates and following the right rotation. And the pro for this team is very high damage if done correctly. And of course the con is if the rotation is broken, the damage will fall quickly. And of course Seal, so the debuff that prevents you from using ultimate, it hurts this team. And of course another con is this team is very inflexible. 3 out of the 4 team member, it's a must. That's another downside to this team. Okay, moving on to the next team, and it's the Impromptu team. And the core member, it's very strict for this team. You need pretty much all of them, okay? So the first one is Bacarala, of course you need that, Elif, and Kiparina. And the next 3, although it doesn't consider as core member because you have a choice, okay? So you can either pick Voyager, Regulus, or Mercuria. So the Voyager is when you have 3 or more enemies because she can provide AoE. And for Regulus, if you want single target damage, okay, so 2 or less monsters, okay, that's when we want to use Regulus. And if you don't care about targeting, Mercuria will be the best one because she can provide the highest damage after the 3. But on average, okay, if you want to pick one of the 3, Regulus is the best pick. So what happens if you don't have some of the characters, okay? Of course, there are replacement characters available. Flutter Page, Factor 2, or Medicine Pocket. Although I don't recommend to replace any of the team because this team will suffer a lot of damage loss for every character you switch, okay? So try not to switch if possible. So how this team works is very simple. If you're using Baccarat and Voyager, there's a 3-turn cycle to ensure constant buff uptime. And the main goal for this team is just to maximize impromptu damage and the impromptu attack counts. So at the end of turn, it can unleash a tremendous amount of damage. One of the pros for this team is also being very AI friendly. It's perfect for those people who are too lazy to follow rotation. The AI can do it pretty well. This team have one of the highest turn 1 damage. They can output a lot of damage on first turn. So this is a very good team for that. Some of the cons for this team, although it's not very directly impact the team, but since most of the character incantation on this team is attack cards, so the some debuff will make the team suffer a little bit. Another con is this team's very inflexible, okay? So you pretty much have to collect all the pieces for it to shine. So this is a very difficult team to build. And lastly, we'll talk about the Assassin Poison team. And the core member for this team is very simple. All you need is Ezreal. That's pretty much all you need to start the team. Of course, if you want to perfect the team, Tuesday is of course one of the top choice because she can maintain those poison, okay, so it doesn't disappear. Also, Flutter Page and Factor 2 is because for the Ezreal's FUA. So if you don't have all the characters here, you can always replace them with Jessica, Willow, Cassandra, Kakania, Kiparina, Vila, or Medicine Pocket. So if you're using Cassandra, her skill tree will be, the skill tree for her will be 302. So this team is super simple, okay? All you need to do is just apply as much poison stacks as possible and maintain them while using Ezreal's incantation to deal high Genesis damage. Every time Ezreal uses the incant, or the FUA, you will pop those poison stacks. And if you have many of them, the damage is actually very high. I mean, like ridiculously high, okay? So that leads to the pros for this team, okay? Deals ridiculous Genesis damage. And of course, since it's Genesis damage, it's great against mob with high defense. So the biggest con for this team is if you are fighting against enemy that cleanse debuff very often, or they are immune to poison. And of course some referee stages that are built to counter this team. So yeah, that's the downside for the Assassin Poison team. And that's everything you need to know about the tier 0 team right now. I have covered the minimum requirements, replacements, strengths, weaknesses, and general strategy for each team. Let me know in the comments which team you are currently building, or if you have any questions. With that, we'll end the video here. I hope you liked the video. And if you do, please don't forget to give a like and subscribe. I'll be really appreciated. Hope you have a great day, and I'm looking forward to see you in the next video. Bye.